Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his tight end. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that. And short of the first down marker. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. And the Bruins will line it up on 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
Really nice throw there. I'll tell you, UCLA, they've got an impressive history book of quarterbacks, going all the way back to Rick Neuheisel. Troy Aikman is a name people will recognize. Cade McNown back in my day. And then recently, DTR was carving up defenses too, throwing it. Got to be able to make good decisions. You got to be able to deliver strikes through the air. And this guy,
he hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Okada. That's his first catch of the season, and they believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early. Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. To the ground to try to move the chains. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
And that decision will be questioned for a while. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cox. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's 4th down. The Golden Bears will send out the punt unit. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Grabbed behind the line, it's Wiggins. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3. Guys, let's talk a little UCLA. What does the top 5 ranking mean for week 1? Optimism, hope? maybe, David, an excuse for the other team's fans to rush the field if they knock you off.
Well, it means, first of all, absolutely nothing, because preseason rankings don't show up anywhere at the end of the season, but it means this team is talented. It means they're thought of highly. They got to go earn it, Jesse, and it starts today, but the talent obviously is all over the field.
The number in the preseason rankings means absolutely nothing. You saw Florida State recently start in the top 10. They won 2 games by the end of the year. So you've got to go earn it. Yes, you're talented. Yes, a lot of eyeballs are going to be watching and people are really excited. You've got an opportunity to do things really, really that are special this season, but you've got to earn it on the field.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. He makes the catch. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. The Bruins will snap it on 1st and 10. Got a man. It's Bohannon. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Quickly out to the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Got his man on the right. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. And the Bruins line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Touchdown, Bruins! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
And they finally lift the lid. Man, I didn't know if we were going to be 0-0 going into the half, going into the 4th quarter. The offense finally puts a drive together, breaks that seal. Excited to see now if this opens things up, calms people down, and lets them have a little more success.
Coming out with it, it's Trevino. And the return man is brought down, but there is a penalty flag on the play, and if I were a betting man, and sometimes I am, I'd say they're going to throw it in reverse. Right on the heels of that touchdown, they give up some good field position with that face mask penalty costing them 15 yards. And after they mark off the yardage for the personal foul penalty, it's 1st and 10 for this offense. Reads it, fires complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Running inside, it's Cox. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Rivers. Under fire. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. And the Golden Bears line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll move the wide receiver. Makes the grab. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Trying to run, it's Cox. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
The Golden Bears with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They give it to him again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And so far early in this game, and you've got to be impressed with this defense and the physicality and then stopping the run. You could tell it's a priority for this defense. They're up there. They're close to the line of scrimmage. The ground game right now not going, and the defense is dialed in on it.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Had it right in his hands in the middle of the field, and it trickled to the ground. It'll be fourth down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. This whole put, he gets a hand on it. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Guys, let's take a minute here and think about UCLA. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy.
Oh, he wants it all. He's got it inside the 30. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. First and 10 from the 25. The run inside. It's Moore. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's second and 3. Making side adjustments here. They feed him again. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
And this offense is kind of showing you a little bit of everything, but putting big plays together, really getting their momentum going. This ground attack now, you watch. They've got a little bit of everything, man. The balance, the structure, the play calling. Right now, they're in a really good rhythm.
The snap sets up to throw. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, UCLA! Into the end zone for 6.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, showing some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
He'll bring it out. It's Trevino. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Guys, on Cal's sideline, I can see a lot of conversation conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to get more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together.
Might have a chance. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Rivers. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the Golden Bears send out the punt unit. Wants to return it. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Right on the money. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Bruins racing to the line in the hurry-up. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. That's caught. It's Wiggins. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be 1st down.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. 1st downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that 3rd. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
Here's 1st and goal, and they could go to the locker room with a huge cushion. Timeout taken now by the Golden Bears. That'll be their first. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the 1st down. And the Bruins have it with a 1st and goal. Wants to throw it again. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
And I like the alertness by this defense. 1st and goal, usually a running type situation. They were ready for the pass, broke on the football, and that could have been a huge play for this defense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Wideout trying to get it in. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. Cal uses its 2nd timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. So the offense will try to punch it in here on 4th and goal from the 1. Try to barge their way in. He's stuffed, knocked down behind the line of scrimmage on 4th and goal, and they'll have it at the 3. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Golden Bears sideline, I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road, in a hostile environment, they have not been able to get going in this game. They have failed to score, not productive on their early drives, and they are talking about how the crowd noise is impacting them. I see them talk to each other, trying to tighten things up at the line of scrimmage. This is a factor. This crowd is making a big difference here so far. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Caught. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. He finds a little bit of room to operate. He goes out of bounds at the 12.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's...
And the sack! All the way back at the 5. Clock has stopped. Timeout is being... UCLA, it's their second. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. Really needed to get some distance on that punt from this spot on the field, and he did. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Quick release by the QB. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Throwing right. Makes the grab. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The offense changing the play. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Snagged out of the air. Touchdown, Bruin! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And he tacks on the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Trevino. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. On the ground, it's Cox. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's start with a look at Oregon State taking on the number 20 team, the Memphis Tigers.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. What do they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
Catching up with the Cal Bears head coach at the half. They have got to start dominating at the line of scrimmage. Here to start the third quarter, they have not been able to establish their run game. Being a one-dimensional team will not work on the road with this hostile crowd and this hostile environment. He said, we have got to start asserting ourselves up front and show that we can be the more physical team. I'll keep you posted on if they're able to do that here to start the third. Guys?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. He picks up maybe a couple before he's stopped right at the 30-yard line. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Dropping back, it's Rivers. Finds his target down the middle. Right down the gut of the field. Inside the... all the way! Touchdown, Cal!
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
And he puts through the extra point.
UCLA, 21, Cal, 7.
On the move from inside his 5. Slips through the line. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Trevino. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The officials stop play as they come out to tend to this injured Bruin. That's the senior safety being evaluated by medical personnel. Holly will let us know what's going on with him. Here comes the Golden Bear offense ready to start this drive. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cox. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to throw, it's Rivers. Fakes the grab. Shakes a man, and he might take off. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Rides to the back. Maybe a crease. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
The Golden Bears now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Second down, they'll go to the air. Rushes on him. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the right. And just too much on that pass. Too high, too wide, out of bounds and incomplete. And the Golden Bears will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. There he goes. They'll get him stopped at the 18, and this offense creates a little space for the first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
They'll ride the hot hand. What a cut. Now he's loose. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Caught, and he's got room.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
Caught in the backfield, it's Bohannon. Could not make his way to the corner. They actually lost a yard on that last completion. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Blasted as he lets it go. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete. Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on 4th. Tries to get it on the ground. At midfield, he's got room. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Bruins back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Right back to the well.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Looking to fire. Going for it all. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling a rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. I haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Wide receiver going in motion. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Converts on 4th down, still going. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Bruins, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. He wants to throw it again. Makes the grab. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Bruins are in the hurry-up. In the red area, it's Moore. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. He might want another play. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Makes a catch, 1st down, and maybe a lot more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. He'll keep it himself. Defense makes a stand as the clock runs down to 0. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Back to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins. The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
Well, it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback. You saw it right there. He is dialed in. He's finding his one-on-one matchups. He's making good decisions, and he's been so accurate. Now, 4 TD passes in this one, and that's why his team is way up here late in the game.
And the extra point splits the uprights.
35. Cal 7.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Cal's offense headed out onto the field to start this drive. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down. On target over the middle. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And he's brought down after a nice game. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Running inside, it's Cox.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
Back to pass, it's Rivers. Hauls it in with one hand. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Golden Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going to the run, it's Cox.
Nice 1st down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's got it again. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the connection on third down.
And this is a tough time for this offense.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Motion from the wide out. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Lets it fly. Looking to get it in.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Tight end now in motion. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And the Golden Bears trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The Bruins call timeout. It's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Golden Bears!
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing, because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You powered in for the touchdown, and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, trailing by as much as they are here in the 4th quarter, no big surprise. They're going to go onside kick, and obviously their opponent was ready for it. They hop on the football, and they're going to ice this game.
Offense in an empty set. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Hits him in stride inside the 10. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
Up big in the 4th quarter, and you just keep taking shots down the field. That tells you something, okay? You can take what you want from it, but this offense definitely not interested in running clock, interested in making a point.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere, and you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Touchdown, UCLA! Right over the end zone, he's got it!
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. He wants to throw it. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Cal gets it back, the sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. Makes the catch and he's free. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Golden Bears!
That's an impressive touchdown there, considering the plays this defense, particularly the secondary, has already made against him. And we knew this quarterback was going to come into this one, David, and be aggressive. There aren't many people who really scare him, and the defense has made him pay. A couple bad decisions, a couple great plays on the back end, one-on-one. But this guy's still taking shots. He's not backing down. He's got his offense back on the board.
I think that's the most impressive part. He made some mistakes, and a lot of times you see people that they go in a shell, right? They make mistakes. They can't rebound. They can't find the answers to continue to keep making plays. Make the next play. Make the next play. Now down the stretch to give your team the lead, man. So impressed with the way he's handled adversity and bounced back from some mistakes. And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the Bruins looking to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to run it. He got enough, slides, and moves the sticks on fourth and short. The Bruins moving quickly to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Bohannon. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They've built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Bruins! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. Here comes the two-point try. He'll set up to throw. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the run, it's Cox. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, is that sweet.
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse